Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hilarious show for y'all, but before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, yesterday happened, and boy, oh boy, was it a crazy day. Folks, that All-Star game was terrible. It was terrible from start to finish. It was bad at every single level. It was really bad. Let's get into it. Besides the fact that I was confused, going into the game in the format. The game starts, and it's, I think, Shaq's team versus Charles Barkley's team. They start playing the game. Then we hear they're going to play till 15. When they get to 15, there'll be a timeout. So they got to 15, and it was one of the longest timeouts I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, this is crazy. They come back again, and they're like, there's going to be another timeout when you get to 30. And they do that again. And then you got Kevin Hart, who's there cracking jokes and making the whole kind of situation awkward. He's calling out the players on the mic while they're playing. And I'm like, yo, what am I watching right now? What exactly am I watching right now? Then they come back and they play the game. Then they go on this long break. And I'm like, what is this? Then they bring in another game, which was between the Rising Stars and the OGs. And I'm watching this game, and I'm like, yo, this is terrible. This is terrible. By the time they got to the last game, I tuned off. I didn't even care. After I watched the first time out, I'm like, I'm not watching this. This is garbage. This is garbage. And then I woke up this morning to see the aftermath of it. And everybody was ripping the NBA All-Star game. But one person in particular was ripping the players. And that person was Shannon Sharpe. I tuned into Nightcap, and I saw a clip of him going off on the All-Star game and how it was bad. And if Shannon is there complaining and saying this and saying that about how bad it is, and I don't understand these players, you got to incentivize them, and I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, but Shannon, this is the league that LeBron James created. This is the league that LeBron James created. Y'all LeBron fans been saying he the king of the NBA, right? This is the NBA he created, with the player empowerment and all of that. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, you're going off, but you don't realize you're going off on the league LeBron helped build. For those of y'all who didn't hear Shannon Sharpe going off yesterday, take a listen to him here, and then we'll come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Shannon here.
Listen, get it back to the East versus the West.
Yes.
Have a pot. Have the players, let the NBA put up the pot. Let's say $5 million. Say $5 million. And the players get to split that $5 million. They get a cut. That's the only way. It has to be. In order for them to play hard, it has to be incentivized with money. Nothing else. There is no format that's going to get them to play hard.
Think about what you just said, Ocho. Some of these guys got $250 and $300 million and $320 million contract. Ooh. And I've got to I got to incentivize you for you to showcase your sport. Well, let that sink in. Think about what you just said, Ocho.
Yeah,
I've got to further incentivize you to showcase your sport. Mm-hmm. So this is when the collection of the NBA's best player, 24 of the best NBA players. Now I need to further incentivize you. Yes. It used to be an honor to go to the All-Star game. It used to be an honor to go to the Pro Bowl.
Right.
What happened? Ocho, what happened?
You know why you have to incentivize it? We're in a different era. All-Star break, that's PTO. That's the player's PTO. This is my time off. So you telling me I need to work during my break. Okay, you know what? I made the All-Star team. I'm an All-Star. It's a great achievement. You know what? I am honored. At the midway point, you feel I played to a certain level where I'm worthy of being one. But you know what? If you're not paying me right, like I'm being paid during the regular season where I do go all
Nobody
out.
plays their all-stars like that. NFL, you don't get paid like you do in the regular season, Ocho. Baseball, hockey. Ocho, think about this. So if it doesn't mean that much to you, why the hell they complain when they don't make it? Because every year we hear NFL players complain they didn't make the Pro Bowl. And we see basketball players complain. And we see all of this. But now when you get there, you don't want to play.
Can I tell you why they complain when they don't make the All-Star? Because they understand when they make the All-Star on their resume, it looks good when it's time to get paid.
They
understand that is leverage for their agents when it's time to talk contract negotiations. Yes, I'm an All-Star. I'm an All-Pro. You know, whatever it is, it may be. That
just don't go.
Good.
Ocho, you know how it is. Once you get tired, once you reach a certain level, what did Tom Brady do? He stopped going. A lot of these quarterbacks, they stopped going.
Right.
Okay, let somebody else have that spot that's going to be inspired to play and play. That's what I did with man, who the backup? Who first alternate? Hey, bro, I'm out. Go ahead and take it. Because I understand, like you said, it's going to look good on their resume. I'm not going to go over there and bull job around. I did 1 year, but I was in a contract year. When I was in a contract year, contract year, I said, oh, no, I'm not finna get injured. And we ain't take with 2 tight ends, and Tom Coughlin was running double tight end. I said, y'all kiss my butt. I'm out of this thing. I said, I'm out of here. First quarter, I went and got me two ice bags, put on both knees.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were hurting or not, but they felt good after the game. But this bugs me, Ocho. I really hate it because this is an opportunity. I grew up watching the All-Star game and watching Bird and Magic them go at it, Isaiah and them, and you see the younger cats, Garnett and Kobe, they was trying to beat the East guys.
They was going at it, bro.
I don't know when this, Ocho, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know when this happened, where the disconnect was. They like, hey, let's just dunk and shoot threes. Play no defense, dunk, shoot threes.
So you heard what Shannon Sharpe had to say. Shannon is there talking about this is the league. I don't understand these guys and what since when? I'm like, bro, this is the league LeBron created. This is the league he created. Y'all was up there twerking it up, talking about player empowerment. Well, now the players are running this asylum. And this is what you got. Now we're at the point where we're trying to put out financial incentives to get these guys to go play. And I think, was it Chad that brought up the point? I think it was Shannon. I'm not sure which one of them brought that up in the audio. I don't remember. When they were talking about these guys want to make All-Star. Yeah, of course they want to make the All-Star. Because when you make the All-Star games and you get these accolades, it helps you negotiate bigger contracts. You qualify for bigger contracts. But when it comes time to go perform in the All-Star games, they don't want to do it. And the question then becomes, what goes into the mentality of a modern-day NBA player that says, I don't want to compete hard at the NBA on the All-Star game? What goes into their mentality? What I think is going on is that these guys have said to themselves, the NBA is not a privilege. It's my right. It's my right. So they're now entitled. They also are treating the NBA like a bank account that they're just withdrawing money out of every single day. And ultimately, they know that the fans will still tune in and watch. They know this. They know this. They know that the fans are still going to go out there and support and buy the tickets, and they know that. So it's like if you have a restaurant where you're serving crappy food, but people keep buying from your restaurant because they have no better alternatives, what's the incentive to change? What's the incentive to change? People are going to eat anyway. And that's what we're seeing. So we've gone past the point of return. There is no return. It's over. This is the worst era of basketball ever. This era. That's why these jokers like JJ Redick that like to prop up this era should never be taken seriously. The only people that are trying to prop up this particular era are those people that want this era to seem like it's so great so that when we look back, they'll be like, man, my favorite player played in a tough era. That's all. But we not going to let them get away with it, son. We not going to let y'all get away with it. This era is horrible. This is the cupcake era. These dudes are horrible. They get to travel all day long. They don't get called for traveling. All they do is go out there and seek fouls. Nobody plays defense. And they don't even put an effort forward in the All-Star game. These guys are destroying the league that the Jordans, the Magic, the Birds helped build. They're destroying it. And they're destroying it for the next generation. These are the new dudes of the world. These new dudes. Folks, we're in a different time in the world. These new men in this age range are going to screw up the world. These guys in this NBA players' age range, they're going to ruin the world. You see it happening in every crevice in society. And here it's showing itself in the NBA. It's a wrap. It is a rapidy rap. This is the worst era of basketball ever. And it's not even close. It is terrible. Terrible at this point. And it's disgusting to watch. I present to you the cupcake era. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm out. Peace.